It's been a while since I've recorded a video, and something happened earlier this evening that I thought, I might as well share rather than write a post about it. So I was at the store just to get some dinner. Thought I'd get a couple of pieces of bread, some sausages, or whatever. And while I was there at the supermarket, I noticed this man. Um, his, his overall appearance pretty much screamed homeless. Um, Hair was unkempt, beard. Um, he hadn't had a shower clearly for a while, and he was with one of his hands. He was holding up his shorts because I don't think it had any buttons or anything on it, and he was kind of using the other hand to keep his coat together because he didn't have a shirt underneath it. The shorts were dirty, the coat was dirty, and I don't think, um, I'm pretty sure it had a few holes in them, and he didn't have any shoes on as far as I could tell. My heart went out to him, made me very sad. Um, not sorry for him. It was a very deep, um, I hate to use that word, but I felt it deep. It cut my heart because here I was with my basket, and I already got the sausages and um, you know the rolls or whatever, and he was looking at loaves of bread, white bread, because that is the most inexpensive kind, and he was just staring at them. And I don't think he was just looking at choices. More than likely, he was looking at what he could afford. And I had compassion on him. My heart was aching, and I was grateful for what I had, and I was grateful that I had so much choice and that I had money. Mind you, I didn't have a lot of money in my account, but I do have money, and I had money to have a choice of what meal I could have. And here was this man without a home, without clothes to keep him warm. It is getting cold. And, instead of walking up to him and seeing if I could be of help, I could be a blessing to him, instead, I was afraid. I was afraid of how he would react if I actually walked up to him and struck up a conversation and perhaps found a way to help him. I was actually afraid of what he would think of me, if he would get angry or upset um, at me for being so forthcoming and trying to help him, or a lot of thoughts that at that moment that I thought was rational was honestly irrational. What was the worst that could happen if I actually went up to him and said, "Hey, mate, how's it going? Could I help you with anything?" That conversation could have gone any number of ways, and I'm certain in my heart that if I had been brave enough and bold enough and courageous enough to act on what was going on in my heart, the compassion and whatever else was overtaking me, you know, in my heart I knew that Jesus would want me to do something for him. Not because I was rich and high and mighty, none of that. It wasn't about me. It was about doing something for someone else. But instead of stepping out in faith, I actually chose to believe and fall victim to my own fear and lack of courage. And I kind of followed him, and I saw him at the checkout. He didn't go to the automated section or whatever, and I saw him walk away. And when I was done checking out myself, I kind of followed him a bit, and then I just out of the corner of my eye, I saw him slip out, and he was gone. And I got into my car and I drove away, and I was minutes away from home, and it struck me so deep that I had not done anything, that I was a coward, and that I had not confronted my fear, that I actually turned around and went back earnestly looking for him. I had if at all anything, I had a jacket in my car that I wanted to give him, perhaps to help him keep warm. But you know, try as I might, I couldn't find him, and I just have to contend with the sadness that I feel um, at not having been courageous enough to act out on what God had laid in my heart, the compassion that um, if Jesus was here, he would have been different with that man. And you know, I was disappointed at myself. I know God doesn't condemn me. I know Christ does not condemn me for not stepping out in faith. But you know, I'm trying not to condemn myself. But it was a very harsh lesson for me to not trust my fear, to not fall victim to my fear. That perhaps next time I should just take a step out in faith, trust God to make something amazing happen, to do something incredible, so that I will be encouraged in my faith and that someone else will be blessed. And I just pray that by sharing this with you guys, unedited, I pray that you will not let your fear stop you from being faithful, from doing something amazing, and from being a blessing to someone else. God bless you all.